बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, विष्णु भगवान की जय, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सकल पंच की जय जय सीताराम. Dear devotees, once more on behalf of the Mandir, a most cordial and special welcome. We are blessed with this divine privilege afforded to us by our good karmas and the mercy of Lord Shiva to be present in this holy environment of the Mandir, and more again, to join in this holy environment of Satsangh, Puja, Kirtan and Bhagwan's Katha. Shankar Bhagwan says only when his mercy showered and good karmas accumulate from the past and the present life, then this becomes possible. A special welcome again to all devotees who now only joined with us on our Facebook page, streaming live, by members, the youth group of the Nagar Hindu Temple, branch number 67 of the SDMS of Ojo Road in Sangre Grande, Trinidad, West Indies. A most cordial and special welcome to you as you join with us once more in Satsang, as we take a dip in once more this dialogue between Bhagwan and Vishnu and Garudaji from the city Garuda Purana. Devotees, a special welcome to Pandit Ramesh, who is with us here tonight and rendering beautiful bhajans and so on. All bhaktas and devotees, Krishna Bhai, having left Sama to join with us, it is so admirable of you. We thank you so much for being with us. Our good karmas again, all by the mercy of the Lord. This is our last satsang for this calendar year of 2024, as we give thanks to the Lord for same and beg the Lord's blessings for the new year ahead of us. So let us at this time sit upright as we clasp our hands, close our eyes, we bow our head. Meditate on that beautiful lotus-like form of Siddhi Vishnu Bhagavan. Visualize the Lord possessing the dark hue complexion. A beautiful crown, devotees, upon thy head. Bhagavan again has 4 hands. Sankha Chakra Gada Pachpan Mala Vibhushitam. One he has the Sankh, the other the Chakra. The 3rd Gada, the 4th lotus flower. A beautiful mala garland the Lord. And if you visualize him in the city Satyanarayan Pratkatha, you will see him relaxing on eternal serpent Shesha, with Maha Lakshmi massaging his feet, and all the divinities surrounded the Lord and were offering praises. On those feet of yours, O Prabhu, we mentally bow, begging of you to bless us once more with your divine grace, guidance, mercy, divine protection, divine inspiration. But we crave, Prabhu, the greatest of boon that any human can be blessed with, the gift of unswerving, unfaltering, uninterrupted, unflinching, loyal devotion or bhakti to thee. When we rever Bhagavan, we always rever the feet of the Lord. Again, reminding ourselves of those feet by which devotees, the holy river Ganga flows on earth, in the form of Shri Ram, Redeemer and Ahilya. Janak washed those feet on the day of the wedding, counting his blessing. Even Guha, before the Lord was ferried across Ganga, he counted his blessing. When Vibhishan was thrown out from Lanka, Vibhishan sought refuge on those feet, was accepted and saved. Oh Prabhu, we mentally bow on those feet, revering them as we crave thy boons, thy blessing. As we adore those feet, we join devotees in praises to the various divinities, beginning with Sri Ganesh. Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Sri Saraswatiyai Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamalibhyo Namo Namaha. Om Yam Brahma Vedanta Vido Varante, Param Pradhanam Purushanta Thanye, Veshwargate Karanam Ishwaram Va, Tasmai Namo Vigana Vinashanaya, Vinadhare Vipulamangalatana Shile, Bhaktarati Nashini Viranchi Harisha Vande, Kirti Prade Akhila Manoratha De Maharahe, Vidya Pratayini Saraswati Naumi Nityam. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara गुरुर साक्षात् परम ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। ओम मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुलंघ्यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ओम नमो नारायणाय। ओम नमो नारायणाय। ओम नमो नारायणाय। नीलांबुज श्यामल कोमलांगं सीता समर्पित वाम भागं पानो महाशायक चारुचापं नमामि। ओम राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम ततुल्यं श्री राम नाम वरानने। हे रमा पुरुषोत्तम नरहरि नारायण केशव गोविंदा गरुड़ध्वज गुणनिधे दामोदरा माधवा। हे कृष्णा कमलापति यदुपति सीतापति श्रीपते वैकुंठाधिपते चराचरपते लक्ष्मीपते पाहि मम। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम वसुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णवन्दे जगद्गुरु। नमः विज्ञान रूपाय परमानंद रूपिणे कृष्णाय गोपीनाथाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। कृष्णाय वसुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोप कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो। ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गौ ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगदीथाय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। यं ब्रह्मा वरुण इंद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमप्रतिशदैः कारयन्ति यं सामगा। ध्यानावस्थिता तर्गते न मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यश्यन्तं नाविदु सुरासुरगण देवाय तस्मै नमः। ओम नागेन्द्रहराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्मांगरगाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्ध्याय दिगंबराय तस्मै नगराय नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वः स्वधा नमोस्तुते। नमस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुधे पुलारविंद्र यतपत्र नेत्रं येन त्वया भारत तल्य पूर्णं प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानं प्रदीपं। श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरनो रघुवर विमल यश जो दायक फलचार। ओ बुद्धहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो की जय शरणम नाथ मम संकट हरो हरि. Praise be to Devi Saraswati. We crave her boons once more. Bless us, Suma. As we come to the end of this year, this calendar year, you have showered your grace upon us. For the next year, we'd like to see more young people involving themselves with music, singing, and so on. The mandir is here for learning, and you will not know what you can do unless you try. So bless us that may we always have that sharp and broad intellect, good memory, eloquence in our speech, melody in our voice, creativity in our hands, master in musical instruments, and all in the field of fine arts, skills, and talent. Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Oh Jai 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 Sri Radhika Mata. Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Oh Jai 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 Shri Saraswati Mata. Prathama Vinavamai Shri गणेश को दूजे सरस्वती माँ दीजे मैं विनवती न देवा को जो यह सृष्टि चला. तीन देवा को जो यह सृष्टि चला. जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता. ओ जय 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 श्री पंच सभी को ध्यान तुझे उलथा. श्री गरुड़ पुराण अनुपम करनी भवसागर पार करा. श्री गरुड़ पुराण अनुपम करनी भवसागर पार करा. ओ जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता. जय 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 श्री राधिका. सरस्वती माता. ओ जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता. ओ जय 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 श्री सरस्वती माता. और शक्ति सरस्वती देवी माता की जय. Praise again be to our noble pathway of life of Sanatan Dharam which we follow. Our forefathers having brought it across when they came here 180 years ago. Devotees contributing to the development of this beautiful Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, their way of life, rites, rituals, their culture, their clothing, their language, their food, everything. So many plants they have contributed to this land, devotees, because in order for people to survive, your traditions are important. Anytime you want to kill a people, kill their traditions, and you would have killed that people. We were fortunate, in fact, although with all the struggles and so on, that we have made it to 180 years, and maybe 30th next year we'll make it. Suppose have some big celebration next year. And we are proud devotees to follow this pathway of life brought by our forefathers. It is a pathway of life that is meant for progression, both spiritually and materially. To achieve the 4 goals in life that a man should strive towards achieving: dharma, earth, kam, and moksha. What is dharma? To grow spiritually. What is earth? The material things you need to live comfortably here. Kam, your desires, dreams, and aspirations. And moksha is one day we all have to live here, when that time shall be that may the soul merge back in oneness with the super soul. So praise be unto this eternal pathway of life of Sanatan Dharma. Thousands have stood on the battlefield before, defending their dharma. No matter what it takes, devotees, do not swerve from your dharma. Do not stray with the karmas that we have performed. Let it protect dharma instead of letting it on this roadside, as we may say. Praise be to our noble way of life. Kakoi kabare mitro sanatan
धर्म की जय हो
kakoi kabare
मित्रों सनातन धर्म की जय हो
करो प्रचारो दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो। करो प्रचार
दुनिया में सनातन धर्म की जय हो।
सनातन धर्म रक्षा हित हजारों का मेरे रन में।
सनातन धर्म रक्षा हित हजारों का मेरे रन में।
कभी मुख को नहीं मोरा सनातन
धर्म की जय हो।
ओ सनातन
धर्म की जय हो।
ओ सनातन धर्म की जय हो। बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। Let us join in bhajan. आज अंधेरे में कई कब इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। आज अंधेरे
में है हम इंसान ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
करके
हम राह दिखाने भगवन राह दिखाने। भक्त करहे हम राह दिखाने भगवन राह दिखाने।
कदम कदम पर किरण बिचारे भगवन किरण बिचारे।
कदम करम पर किरण बिचारे भगवन किरण बिचारे।
इन यकियन को प्रभु करा दे।
इन यकियन को प्रभु कराए।
ओ ज्योति से पहचान, ओ ज्योति से पहचान।
आज अंधेरे में है हम ज्ञान का सूरज चमका हे भगवान।
हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी।
हम तो है संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी।
तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी।
तेरी दया पर हम अधिकारी, प्रभु है हम अधिकारी। दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी, दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारे।
ओ ऐसा
दे वरदान, ऐसा दे वरदान। आज तेरे लिए है हम इंसान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका हे भगवान। आज तेरे में है हम इंसान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका हे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका हे भगवान। ज्ञान का सूरज चमका हे भगवान।
बोलो श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। हरिओम सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय। साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। In Naimisharan Kshetra, where the 80,000 rishis assembled, Sri Surji Maharaj, devotees relating to the 80,000 rishis there, continued to explain to them this beautiful dialogue between Vishnu Bhagavan and Garuda Ji. This devotees is one of the texts that deals with death and after death. It is also supported by a subsidiary scripture that is called the Pret Manjari. And as I've often said, it is not meant again to offend anyone, but it's meant that we could get knowledge. If we do not read it, we will not get the knowledge of it. Naimisharan Kshetra, I normally explain it when we do Satnarayan Katha. Satsang goes on every day in that place. It could be Christmas, Boxing Day, whatever they fall, Satsang goes on. Right? Tonight here should be full tonight. Right? Think about it. This is our dharma, this is our way of life, right? Thursday we fast and so on. So we continue with our satsang in this way. So Sri Vishnu Bhagwan was explaining to Garuda the terrible pathway towards Lord Yamraj when his soul has left this body. We did before the issue of when the Bhandara is finished and the soul leaves on that journey which takes one celestial day. And one celestial day equals a human year. That's why we enter into that state of mourning for the period of 1 year. During the course of the 1 year, the soul gets to stop 16 times on the way. Offerings that are made, you can still help the Atma or the soul, but always remember that it's always better to do for yourself when you are alive. When God bless you with health and strength, do with this body. For we know not when the time comes, we will not be able to do. And we can't depend on those who are there after, they will do for you. So you see, that's why the wise tell you, what you have to do tomorrow, do it today. What you have to do today, do it now. Right? For procrastination is the thief of time. You know, I'm very sorry, and this is something we mentioned. There's a Sunny Boy Prabhu. This man is to be with us every occasion in this mandir. And he will not come empty-handed. He's to supply Mr. Ramlal with all the oil, all the diya, all this, that, to make sure this temple have devotees. I do hope he's listening. At his age now, his knees started to give him trouble. And he can't come. Think about it. He needs help to help him now. Good. He was very good, you know. He was one day coming up there and I say, Ram, help this man, but I find he look a little shaky. And that's the beginning of him. We do not know what could happen to us tomorrow. Nobody knows that. A very, very good soul. But he could still follow us. He can't be here on through technology. Right? But to be in satsang is when God bless you with health and strength. Go to that environment. Go to it. So he explained to him, right, all the different issues, how the soul crosses the river Vaitarani. If the gift of a cow was made, the trip becomes easy across, whilst again souls suffer along that pathway. Again, regarding that, the Agaudan is always better if you could do it whilst you are living. If it was not done and you have a loyal son and family, you can still do it when the soul reaches Vaitarani. That is the end of the 5.5 months. Between the 5.5 to the 6 months, 8 pindas would have been offered, but before the 9th one, that Gaudan can still do the Vaitarani Gaudan in this way. And so devotees, reaching again, it tells you here, there's a lot of justice. What happens here? Here he goes, devotees, and this dreadful part, suffering from hunger, thirst, and exhaustion, and all of these. Now remember I told you, therefore the apatyas, the upper apatyas, and the lower apatyas when the soul leaves this body. The righteous, the soul tends to leave through either the ears, the eyes, the nose, or the mouth. The wicked, the perverse, the ungodly, and so on, most time when the soul have to leave is through the anus or the private part. There are 4 gateways to Lord Yamraj, and most time on that negative pathway of life, you head down the southern gate. Right? Now, we cannot say we going along the east or the west or the north. We don't know. Because the same thing I've always been saying, and it applies to everybody. We do good, we do bad. We do them consciously and we do them unconsciously. But every action has a reaction to it. That's why we don't know when we have to go up there and what we have to answer for. So kita for the worst if you had to go down that pathway. Right? We want to head to the east or the north is the 2 greatest, you know, all issues. But I can't tell if we had a meeting on the south side. We tend to believe, well, we're doing this good and we're doing that good, but we're doing wrong too. We're doing bad too. And sometimes the amount of wrong we're doing, it overpowers the good. And we don't realize that until little later on in the Garuda Purana you're going to hear. What we never believe is wrong, eh? All that will come. So therefore, devotees, in the 3rd chapter, we are going to listen to an account of the torments of Lord Yamraj. There is a fair game up there. As I told you, the Lord says he's just like a referee in a football match or an umpire in a cricket match. Right? You score the runs, you get it. Okay, you made some mistake or something wrong, you get penalties for it. Both ways in either match. The Lord don't take any side. No side at all. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswatiyai Namaha Guru Charan Kamali Bhyo Namo Navam. Hari Om Shri Bhagwan Vishnu Bole Ki He Garur Ji Man Vachan Karam Suno. Yamamar ko Hari Om Mate Kramya ko Gatwa ko Papi ko Yama. Hari Om Shri Yamalaya. Hari Om Shri Ki Drishi ko Yatnan ko Jhute ko Janam ko Kathang ko He Keshava. Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai. Chatwariksha ko Janani ko Chatur ko Hari Om Chatur Yuktani ko Keshavai. Bahu ko Bhiti ko Pura ko Draghe. Dharam ko Rajapure ko Mahat. Hari Om Hahakar ko Samayuktang. Drishta ko Krandati ko Patpataki. Hari Om Tandani Dantang ko Samar Karna ko Yashma ko Puracharini. Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki Jai. Bhagavan Ubach Garud Ji Bole. Now Garud now asks Lord Vishnu questions now. And that's what goes in the dialogue. He say, Hey Bhagavan, Papi Purush ko yam mar ko lang kar ko yam lok kar ko jakar किस प्रकार को यम की को यातना को भोगता है. He said, Prabhu, tell me something. What are some of the torments, right? Like that the sinful suffers devotees having passed along the way, right? To devotees having passed along the way of Yamraj into that abode of Yam himself. What are some of them then that they pass through and they go through suffering along? Bhagavan Vishnu bole ki he Garur, नरके को दुखादि से को लेकर को अंत तक मैं सबको कहूँ का को जितना तो है. He said, Garur, listen, I tell you. I will tell you again from the beginning to the end if you want to know everything in full detail. तुम सुन को कंपायमान की होता है, जो को जास रेगी वैसा वहाँ को भयानक की होता है. Even the description of hell, listening to it will get you frightened. Vishnu Bhagwan tell him, Garuda, just by listening to it, it will bring fright in your heart then when you hear what happens up there. He Garur, Bhau ko bhati naam ko purme ko aage ko hariom chalalis ko yojana ka ko dharam raj ka pur ki hota hai. He said, Garuji, 352 miles beyond the city of Bahubhiti, right, lies the great city of the King of Justice, who is Lord Yamraj himself. Remember the 16 cities that the soldiers meet going up along the pathway, right? So 300, look at the statistics put here, you know, exactly how much? 352 miles after you meet that city, Bahubhiti, is the palace of the Lord of Justice, who is Lord Yamraj himself, or Dharamraj. He is no other than Mahavishnu, you know. You see, the division of labor took place long time at the outset of the creation of the universe. Bhagavan Vishnu didn't take everything for himself. He created Brahma. He said, Brahma, you create, we will call you the creator. Right? I will maintain and preserve. Create Shankar Bhagavan. When the time comes, you go reabsorb. He created Indra, Guru Brihaspati, all the devatas, all your whole various portfolios, Prime Minister, President, Minister of this and Minister of that. How you think this earth get to know about running a government? It's from the scriptures. It is from here. Those who listen to Bhagavad Purana, how the earth was divided up and towns and villages and river and boundaries and all these things were mentioned. All that is in our scripture. So he said, here lies a great city of the Lord of Justice, Lord Yamraj. उसमें हाहाकार को शब को रही क्यों, जिसमें को देख पापी हाहाकार शब रहने हरियम लग जाते हैं. He said, what happened? The very sinful person cries when he hears devotees, the wailing of those who are on that pathway, bawling out, ha 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 ha, oh, if I didn't know, why I did not do my duty whilst I was here. And they wailing and bawling because of karmas they had committed whilst on this earth with this body. Now it is too late. They are wailing and they are crying and begging again. I tell you, the first thing when you go by Lord Yamraj, you're begging for a chance, you know. Easy to beg, you know, give my chance, Lord, let me come back, then I'm straight, not a misuse. Not like that. That's a logical law of the universe, which is the law of karma, the law of cause and effect. So the soul going along that pathway is hearing of the wailing and the bawling and the crying of other souls along that pathway also. And having again heard the cry devotees, those who again walk about that city of Lord Yamraj, they are wailing and crying and regretting. हरिओम उसको यमपुरी में को जाकर यमराज को द्वारपाल को वहाँ को द्वारपाल सबको को काल हरिओम उत्पस्थित हुए हैं ऐसा पापी हमको लेको आई की होता है. He said, all go to that, the doorkeeper of the city of Lord Yamraj. You have to meet the doorkeeper first. Before you go in, you must have a guard by the gate. Right? And what is his name, devotees? Dharamadhwaj. Dharamadhwaj. All go to that the doorkeeper there, and you report to him first. So when you report to him, he take information and your identity, this, that, whatsoever, and so on. And Dharamdhwaj devotees, he always stand there, right? always at the gateway. So it has no issue that is slipping in, or he might recognize you or this or that. He always present there. So it has no chance of getting through without his knowledge of it. हरिओम द्वारपाल चित्रगुप्त में कहते हैं, चित्रगुप्त को आकर को धर्मराज कहता है. Then what happened? Dharamdwaj calls upon Chitra and Gupta, right? Okay? And they devotees report on the good and the evil deeds, devotees, that we have done. You see, on our shoulders we carry these two invisible people. They are called Chitra and Gupta, and they document every single thing that we do. Right? It had nobody wrong when you do it, but they document it. So Chitra Gupta now, if we're looking at today's world 2025, right? With world of technology, they are highly computerized also. So by the time we call on Chitra Gupta, and they get your file and they open up your the password there and they get your file and they start to call out. Right? Chitra Gupta ko reports to the King of Justice now, who is Lord Yamraj. Right? So case number so and so, come up here please. Right? Your case is going to call. Right? And Chitra and Gupta with the file, they are reporting on you to the Lord of Justice, who is going to listen to your case now. You know what I tell you, devotees? When the soul have to face Lord Yamraj, the soul does tremble with fear. Frightened, you're frightened when you reach up there and you have to wait to face him. And that's why it's recommended, you see, when you're making a siddha for the Brahmana, you put salt in it. Salt is a very great gift and a siddha to a Brahmana. This salt has removed the fear from the soul then. You're kind of fearless. Now you just think as a normally draw the reference. You have a little case in the magistrate court, it could be a traffic case or something, and you worry in hell, you can't sleep, you know what's the outcome of it. Imagine you're going to face this big man up there, the Lord of Justice, right? The soul devotees just tremble in fear in this respect. So Chitra and Gup report now to the Lord, the Master, Dharmaraj, on your account, devotees. And the account simply is made up of two main columns. You have a credit side and you have a debit side. Simple balance sheet. All your good karmas going on the credit side. Waiting the wrong one will go. On the credit side, that's what the debit side is for. Okay? Hari Om Narayana Bhakti Kevalam He Garuda. Hari Om. नास्तिकों को महापापी पुरुष को सबके को अच्छा को तुरंत धर्मराज को जाते की होता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. Now the man again it says here, who are deniers then and always delight in great sin, devotees. What happened? These are all it says as is, they are proper well known to Dharmraj himself. A person who are deniers then, but as a person who you do and you line about it then. Okay? You have your denying, could be in a lot of ways you could interpret it. You have your duty to do and you deny doing it. You understand? So many ways or responsibilities, this, that, all emptying and so on. So all those who leave the righteous pathway and tread on the sinful path, right? They delight in great sin, in committing sins with this body. Now, what is a sin? How do we know what is right from what is wrong? Well, that's why we are reading Garuda Purana, so as the time go along, you're going to hear what really are sins that we commit that you wouldn't even want to believe is a sin. Right? So people who delight in committing wrong, they are already known, well known to Dharmraj himself. He don't know your nitya and this and that and all everything and so on. Hari Om. Tab Chitra Gup ko sabko ko jante hai, tathar ko श्रवण नाम को पुत्री को जान, हरिओम जान को करते की होता है. Now what happened again, devotees? Dharmraj now asked Chitragupta about the sins committed with this body. Alright? And again, although he is the all-knowing, Dharmraj knows everything. Alright? He didn't bother to ask Chitragupta, but he have them again, division of labor, everybody had a part to play. And they and all call upon the Sravanas. Now, who are the Sravanas? right? Let us hear. Hari Om Bhagavan Vatsalam Mama Pujitam. Hari Om Swarga Mrityu Patal Ko Adi Ko. Hari Om Brahman Karte Ki Hota Hai. Narayan Bhakti Kevalam Vishnu Bhagavan Bole. They wander about in heaven, on earth, in Patal, and everywhere. They are here, there, and everywhere. The Sravanas and the Sravanis. Now, who are the Sravanas and who are the Sravanis? Hari Om, फिर भी को श्रवणे को ही को सब जान लेते हैं, और को दूर को स्थित को वस्तुओं के प्रत्यक्ष को देखते हैं, जिससे उनका श्रवण ऐसा नाम रखता कि होता है. They hear devotees from a long distance away. They are blessed with long distance hearing. Okay? Something happening inside the Grandi Valley roundabout, they could hear it from here. Wherever they are, they have that blessing. All right? They are the sons of Lord Brahma, and the Sravanis are the daughters-in-law. Okay? So they are blessed with long distance hearing and long distance sight. So you could hide how much you want and prevent that nobody has seen you. They don't see you. You could go by somebody else. You wouldn't believe one of the worst sin we just commit. You know what you call ninda? Ninda is to bad talk a next person. Right? And worse, if you go by the heirs and they push, you're telling them don't mark no that long, they don't do that long time. You cannot get away. So the Sravanas and the Sravanis are the sons and the daughters-in-law of Lord Brahma. Now here what happened? Hari Om, फिर उनकी स्त्रियां भी श्रवणी को इस नाम के प्रसिद्ध की होता है. The Sravanis report the wrongs of the females. Right? Of the females. They handle the females. Okay? वे स्त्रियों स्त्री को मात्र के चरित्रों के अक्षी को तरसे को जाता है. They know accurately again all that is done by women. So the women folk, the Sravanis, they document the wrongs that are done by them. इस संसार में को शुभाशुभ को प्रत्यक्षा को गुप्त रूप के करते हैं, उसके को श्रवणी को नाम को देवगन को चित्रगुप्त को कहते कि होता है. And the Sravanas devotees, they report on the male folks. You understand? So the Sravanas will report on the male, all the wrongs you're doing and so on. The Sravanis report on the females in this manner. And they report to Chitragupta everything devotees, right, that is said and done openly and secretly by the human on this earth. You see it? Be it male or female, man or woman. The Sravanas document the males, the Sravanis document the females. It could be openly said or done, or it could be in secrecy. They don't see, they don't hear everything, and they mark down, and they are now reporting to Lord of Justice there. And you are standing before the Lord of Justice now. Case call. Right? As I told you before, the first thing when we go up there, right, you have to start to beg for mercy. Lord, give me a chance, please. Now forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. We say, yes, God is forgiving, right? But there you just beg and beg and beg. Lord, if you only give me a chance to come back down on earth, I correct every wrong that is mentioned here. I'm swearing to you, Lord, I will serve you from birth to death, not doing any wrong to your creation. Right? Per upakar. And you know what Lord Maraj just tell you? He said, here's something. This is not the first time you're coming up here. You have been up here many, many times before. Right? The only time you don't have to go there is when you get moksha. Right? Once we are in this Chaurasi Lakh Yoni, the 8,400,000 species of life, we have to go and answer. But worse yet is with this human, because you have consciousness, you have reason and power, all these things and so on. And the first thing when we go there, Prabhu are begging you. He say, here's something. Every time you come up here and you beg for a chance, when I give you a chance and you go wrong back, you go back to square one. It don't make sense. Right? I can't favor one and disfavor another. It ain't right. I'll be Lord of justice. I'll be fair. So up here we operate with a motto. Look, read it up there. You seen it up there? You are a man to do the crime. Stand up as a man and pay the fine. That is it. Right? You are a man to do the crime, so stand up as a man and pay the fine. That is it, up here. It I have no favor in because I know you good or I know your father or your mother or somebody. And no. It I have no up here. No favoritism, no bribing and all these things and so on. And so devotee is the reporter on your Chitran Gupt report. Now the Sravanas are the Sravanis, depend on male and female, they report. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. इसी प्रकार को श्रवणा को स्त्रियों को चित्रगुप्त को कहते कि होता है हरिओम को श्रवण और को श्रवणी सबको धर्मराज को दूत की होता है. So this follows a Dhamraj who are the Sravanas and Sravanis. They know accurately, right, all the virtues and vices of the human. They are psychologists. They study the human, they know the human, what a human is prone to. Right? What tangent you go gravitate on and so on. You see, devotees, we read these kathas during the year again. The development of the human embryo, all right, is after the soul. Remember, let's go back a little bit. Bhagavan's creation is 84 lakh yoni, 8,400,000 species of lives. These are divided into 4 main categories. Andaj, Ukmaj, Pindaj, and Astravar. Lives that are born from wombs, mammals, we are yet the highest. Lives that come from eggs. Lives that are sweat-borne, microscopic, and otherwise, and the plant kingdom. But of the 8,400,000, Bare Bhagya Manusha Tanupava, the human is the highest. Right? And we don't get this body by guess or coincidence. It's after going through various bodies, depending on the karmas you commit, and you have to born back to pay for it. We beat out the karmas coming up the road until when the Lord, He said, very rare when I look down in the sansar and I see the soul suffering from body to body, mercy does come in my heart. You know, having beat out a good bit of karmas, let me give the soul a chance to come back as a human. And what happens is that you will drop that body that you were in. We call it death. It's birth, life, death. That is the cycles of births and death, reincarnation. Now your remnant karmas will combine with your parents' karma. You're going to born from this particular mother and father, not by guess or coincidence. All right? Your karmas had to combine with them. It's either you're going to bring happiness to them or you're going to put pressure on them when you're born. Give them thunder in life. It don't happen by guess or coincidence. And so, devotees, it tells you, with union and the seminal fluid, the human mother becomes pregnant. If you had listened to that katha carefully, life does not begin at birth, but at conception. And with the development of the fetus in the human's mother womb, in 7 months the fetus is fully developed. It turns in a position bow-like this, preparing for delivery. But a higher philosophical thought is that with the hands joined now, it starts to pray and beg because it's suffering. The more conscious you are, the more suffering inside here. Lord, take me out from this suffering. I beg you, Lord, I beg you. And if Bhagwan does appear to you and explain to you, here's something, I'm giving you a real serious chance here, you know, to get a human, you know. You don't get that easy, you know. Kagbusun tell Garur, when lower creatures watch a human, a tear does drop from their eye and they utter silent prayer in their heart. Lord, when will you bless me with a human body? When, Lord, when? They're begging for it and they can't get it. And why the human? Because this human body is like a karmic ladder, right? It can lift the soul to the highest point, oneness with God, never to come back. Or if for some reason you have to come back, you're coming back better than you are, not lower. Or again, due to karma, we could sink the soul in metapsychosis, even to the lowest of creatures God has created, which you wouldn't believe, the worm in the septic tank. Right? The same soul which is in its highest body, the human, can now go down, right down, right down. And then you had to start to work and build back and build back and build back until you're coming up the road again like that, until, when you get back the human body. So Prabhu says, I've given you a chance. This body is fully equipped, right? What is your mission when you come here? Two things. Par upakar, serve me and my creation with a guileless heart. Just do good whilst you could, when you could, as much as you could, as long as you could. Just keep doing good. All right? I equip this body. This body is what? Is made for sadhana. You see, this body have chakras or kundalinis, points of awakening. With yogic practice, you are able to awaken these chakras and live the life force. At least get your third eye open. The yogis go higher, they bring it up here to the pineal gland in a state called Maha Samadhi. Know yourself, who you are. I equipped this body with chakras. The body was made for sadhana, spiritual work. For with this body, the hardest thing is to get it, and once you get it, you're right on the doorway to get into me, moksha. And what happened? We just make the promise, and when we are born, what happened? We get entangled in this web of materialism, forgetting our true main purpose in life. And we get run off the trail like when a train runs off the track. We lose our bearing. That's why satsang is so important. This is to keep reminding us of our purpose for which we are here. And when you run off the track now, you start to commit karmas. Karmas that are detrimental to you. And these are the karmas that you're begging Lord Yamraj, oh gosh, give me a chance, please. If I the only know, if I this, that, as you go here. He said, too late to classify. The motto is up here, you were bound to do the crime, start up as a man and pay the fine. Chitragupta reports, the Sravanas and Sravanis report. Lord Yamraj is taking a note. And what happens? Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. And they don't know, you know. You could try a little lie, you're trying a little trick up there. Them don't know what scheme you're trying in a long time. Can't get away. Hari Om. Isi prakar karmo ke tattva ko jate hai. And they know all the vials and the virtues, devotees of the human, born of mind, speech, and this body. Hari Om manusya aur ko devtao ke. Hari Om tattvo ke ko janane wale. श्रवणादि को के को इसमें को शक्ति को वहाँ सत्यवादी को श्रवण को मनुष्य को मात्र के ही हुआ को कार्य को चित्रगुप्त कहते की होता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. Such is the power of devotees, of those who have that authority over mortals and immortals, devotees. You know, one thing comes to my mind. When Shri Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they're looking for a place to build a little hut, you know, they meet Sage Valmiki. They say, Sage, you could show me a little place, you could put up a little thatch roof cottage, you know. We don't want to be any humbug to all your great saints and sages and so on. Because pleasing to you will bring blessing to us, and causing trouble to all is harm to us. You could show me a little place, please? Valmiki watched the Lord and he said, Prabhu, Prabhu, I bow to you, I bow to you. I bow to this Maya of yours. You are asking me for a place when you are the master of the universe. You are created, you are the creator, the preserver, the reabsorber, everything. And you are asking me for a place to stay. Now you see what the ego does do, Valmiki could have said, well, okay, as the boss of this forest, you know, you can't build there, you know, you got to go over there, you know. He said, Prabhu, Jaisa nach nache, Vaisa kach kache. Remember that this quotation, devotees, it in Ramayana. He said, Prabhu, you are the master controller up there. This earth is the stage, and we are like Ernie and Bert on Sesame Street. We are just actors on the stage. How you pull the string up there is so we dance on this. How the music plays, so we dance. You see it? But yet still as human, I am man. I will do this and I that and I that. Outer ego. You see? Little do we realize, you see, they are the knowers of every single thing. Them don't know what has happened on this earth. And probably your karma has a lot to do with it too, eh? What you had to pass through prarabdha karmas heap up from previous life. Right? One of the greatest stalls used to have in the Diwali Nagar was the Hari Ramakrishna stall. And when you go there, you know what it's to show you? You cut off the goat neck here. You have to burn back as the goat for the cut off back your neck. Remember seen that? Eh? That is how it reappears to you. Okay? That's why we keep devotees. You have karmas heap up from previous birth. The same thing Narad Muni was seen in Satyanarayana Katha, you know. When we come here, all right, sometimes you do nothing wrong in this life, you know, but pressure come to you. And you say, well, Lord, I fear is karmas from previous thousands of birth. Narad, so that we bring them with us. And instead of put a full stop, we start to make more. So they already know devotees, these issues. But a lot of people don't realize the greatness of Kali Yuga. You see, the law of karma is how you make your bed, so you will lie. What you plant, that is what you have to reap. But Kali Yuga, devotees, is an age with great attributes. We all have listened to Bhagavad. Why did Raja Parikshit allow Kali Yuga to live? Why? He could have destroyed him because of all his sins committed by him. Kali Yuga tell him, he said, this is going to be the worst age, you know. But it could be the best. Because a man has privileges in Kali Yuga, whereby he can burn bad karmas committed by him from previous and present birth and build newer ones, good ones. We have that privilege in Kali Yuga. That's why men in Satyug beg to born back in Kali Yuga, because to achieve that. And what he says again, how is the easiest place to burn it? Two things to do. Par upakar. Serve me and my creation with a guileless heart. Just do good with this body as you can. But the greatest environment and action with this body to help burn sin, it has nothing to burn it faster than this kind of environment. Where there is puja, where there is kirtan, where there is Bhagwan's katha. Satsangh, Parikshit, Kali Yuga tell him that. Satsangh. I didn't go so far. Tulsidas puts it, Eka ghari adhi be punyar tulasi sangata sadhu ke kate kotya parad. It will not be for long, maximum 2 hours. But this environment has that power to burn bad karmas. And gradually what happens in satsang? Binu satsanga vivekana hoi. With satsang, the third eye will gradually start to open. And when it opens, the light of knowledge will dawn, destroying the darkness of ignorance, and something else has happened. Control begins to come over now, the senses of perception and the organs of action. For all our trouble has come from seeing, tasting, touching, smelling, hearing, the organs of action and so on. You're able to control that, right? You'll be able to, you see today is Thursday, I have to be in the temple. It could be boxing day, it could be kicking day, it could be what kind of day. I have to be in my mandir today. Right? It don't bother you. The other things will not bother you this way. But that is only when this is open. Eating the remnants of a yak that's burn away your sin. The panchamrit, the prasad, the meals that are prepared. Vishnu Bhagwan tell devotees, Dharti Mata, if you start to study Bhagavad Gita and try to live according to it, it burns karmas in this world from thousands of births before. And you can build new ones here. So we have the privilege, whilst we are here, And the treasure that we have is how much time we have remaining in life, which nobody knows. What don't do. No reverse gear in that. But ahead of us, we could make a difference. So here devotees, Lord Yamraj, even the Sravanas and Sravanis, Chitra and Gupta, they know everything about the behavioral pattern of the human, both male and female. Hariom Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. इसलिए को व्रत दान को सत्य पालन को यादि को कोई भी को पुरुष को श्रवणा को हरिओम प्रसन्न हो गए तो श्रवण गण को उनमें को मनुष्यों को स्वर तथा को हरिओम सिमूर्तिक्षकी को देने वाला हो जाता है श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. To the human devotees, that pleases them again. How? With austerity and penance. This is how you please the devatas, Lord Yamraj, Vishnu Bhagwan, and all divinities along the pathway of austerity and penance. All right? Dan devotees, doing charitable work. Devotees you could only do when God bless you with these hands and you have health and strength. The day start to feel you will cannot do and you begin to regret, you know. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. Try and do whilst God bless you with this body. When we hear the word charity, we tend to believe it's only money, you know. Charity is a broad term. It don't have to be only gift of money. So many ways we could do charity. But you can only do while God bless you with health and strength in this body and whatever resources or skills or talents that you may have. All right? That pleases the Lord devotees. The practice of Satya Bolta, speaking the truth devotees, they become benevolent, granting heaven and liberation to those souls. So what it shows here, along the pathway of spirituality and elevating yourself, practicing these divine qualities, definitely you're going to have benefits here afterwards. The opposite of that is what will put you in trouble, that you have to experience the torments of Yamlok, of hell and so on. Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Hari Om. और सत्य बोलने को वाला है, हरि ओम. श्री धर्मराज के को सर्वनाम को दूत को पापी को पुरुषों के पाप को जानकर धर्मराजों के कहाँ देता है, तब यमराज को पापियों के दंड देता है. श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय. And so devotees, the speakers of the truth, knowing again the wicked actions of the sinful and relating them to Dharmaraj, that is the Sravanas and the Sravanis and Chitragupta and all of them, right? They're reporting now on our ill actions committed whilst we're in this body. They then become dispensers of misery afterwards. It's very simple. Good will bring good, right? Bad can't bring good. All right? Good, you're going to have a better pathway by doing good actions. The wrong actions cannot lead you along that pathway. They have a pathway cut out for that, the pathway of misery, sufferation in this respect. All right? That's why, again, the stress is always there. Why we have to be in satsang as often as possible. All right? Through technology, again, you know, you can hear it on radio and television, see it on television and so on. But devotees, let us be reminded of something here. That really is for somebody who really can't afford to go. Right? Just come in where you have satsang and doubly blessed in the Mandir of Lord Shiva here. Seeing the people who are in satsang, seeing the murtis is a blessing in disguise. This environment becomes magical in this age of Kali Yuga. So if we must not take the issue and say, well, look, technology today, I can sit at home and listen, right? I'm going to go in the temple again. I'm going to go in the satsang there. You're missing out. You will miss out, devotees. But the person who is really unable, right, physically and otherwise, then that is for such a person in this way. So this ill actions committed by us leads to the pathway of misery given. हरि ओम नारायण भगवान यम का पापियों को दंड देता की होता है धर्मराज administers now justice in that respect. You do X wrong, you have to pay for it in X body. You see it? Beside under, you do this wrong here, you all saw this picture before. The top one is the wrong and the one below is how you pay for it. That's the torments in the hellish regions that are spoken about. If you never see it and you would like to see it, it can be passed around. That's just an idea of what you call hell then. Alright? The hellish region where the soul suffers after it was born in this human body, gained this highest human body, which other creatures crave for, and now you just throw it away, you're going down back. You're going down back, devotees. Hari Om. और वे सबको को साक्षी देता है, सूर्य चंद्रमा को अनिल को अंतले को आकाश पृथ्वी जल में को अंतरात्मा, हरि ओम मन को दिन को रात्रि को दोनों संध्या और को धर्म में मनुष्यों के को चरित्र हो जाता है. Now when justice is administered, okay, now you just start thinking, take care boy, is somebody else filed, they open up there, you know. Huh? He said, but no, look at serial number on the file here. Take care of mistaken identity here. It's not my file. I didn't do all that, you know, this other. He said, yeah, but you did it. Right? And so devotees, we begin to doubt. The soul does doubt. It's not that it's wrong. I didn't do that. This, that, that. Now they start to call witnesses here now. So Chaitra and Gupta are there. The Sravanas and the Sravanis are there. And they call others to testify. Right? Who testify? Surya the sun, Chandrama the moon. Right? You have Agni Devata, the fire. We have the wind. Right? Akash, the sky. Prithvi, the earth. Jal, water. Antarasma ko man ko Yam Devata himself. Oh, sorry. The deity is controlling the day and the night and the Sandhya period. All them are controlled by divinities. Dawn and dusk, devotees. Even Dharam, which is justice himself. They all know devotees and they all testify that yes, you did these actions. You did it. Look how many testifying here. As I normally say, you could take the best lawyer in the land, you can win that case. It's logical, it's practical, and it is realistic. You just have to stay quiet. You don't necessarily want to come, right? It's there, it's book devotees. Dharamraj ko, Chitragup ko, Sravan ko, Bhaskaradi ko, सबको संसार में प्राणियों को देह के स्थित पाप और को पुण्य को भली भांति को जानता की होता है. Dharamraj, Chitragupta, the Sravanas, the Sravanis, the sun, and all others, they see fully devotees, the sins and the merits committed by us whilst we were in this body. You have the good, you have the bad. Remember I tell you, we just do good, we do bad. We do it consciously, we do it unconsciously. You know, one simple way you wouldn't believe. We leave home this evening, coming to Satsangh, okay? We are going to a good environment, the mandir. We are going to engage ourselves in Bhagwan's Katha and so on. But you know, we remain to think, whilst coming, how many insects you kill on the road with your wheel? How many of them were flying across when they hit the grill or the windscreen and died? Eh? Is that a wrong we did? Definitely, it's unconsciously, but it happened to us. And that's why it is recommended that every day we are supposed to do Sandhya, you know. Pray in the morning, and again you should pray lunchtime too, eh? And evening time between dusk and dark, you ask God forgiveness for any wrongs that we have done consciously, unconsciously, and so on. You have to beg, we have to keep begging for that. So devotees, they know again all the merits and the demerits of this body. इस तरह पापियों के पाप का को निश्चय कर को यमराज को तदंतर को पापियों के को बुलाकर अपने को भयानक को स्वरूप को दिखाने वाला है. Then Lord Yamraj having assured himself, devotees, concerning the sins of the sinful, what happened? He summons them and show them, devotees, his own terrible form. Right? Having gone on to perform all these wrong actions and sins and so on, and you have to, and when you face him there, now we're going to show you that terrible form of Lord Yamraj himself, which Vishnu Bhagwan said you get frightened just by listening to it, much less to see him. That's what telling the soul that's trembled with fear. Hari Om tab ko papi purush ko Yamraj ko bhayankar ka rupa dekata ki hota hai. Here devotees, very sinful people, it says, behold that terrifying form of Lord Yamraj. Very huge of body, bara ko shir ko dhari hai, haath mein dand liye कि भैंसे को पर को बैठा की होता है. He has the rod of punishment in his hand and he rides on the buffalo, the bison, in this way. That is his mode of transport. Hari Om. प्रलय काल में को जैसे को मेघ शब्द को करता की होता है. Roaring again like when thunder is rolling, you know, very heavy and so on. This is how his voice is in this manner. Just like at the time of Pralay, when the solution of the universe is going to take place. Okay? Like devotees, like a mountain of a lamp just stands there. Hariom Kajal ke parvar ko jaisa kanti ki hota hai. Very big and very huge, bhayankar. Bijli ki ko, prabha ko jaisa, prakashman ko, shastar dhari aisa ko, batis ko bhuja ki hota hai. Is very black in complexion. Okay? Terrible devotees with weapons gleaming like lightning devotees and with 32 hands. Lord Yamraj. Let's get an idea of that form standing before you. Yeah? Ravan had 20, he had 32. Think about it. And the 10 heads here. Right? Eyes reddish devotees like fire itself. He stands there. Hari Om. इसी प्रकार को 3 योजन को विस्तार को वापी तुल्य को जिसमें भयानक को मुका की होता है. Extending, it says there, for 24 miles with eyes like wells devotees and his mouth again gaping devotees, like, you know, that very huge and monstrous form. This is what the soul. Now you have to understand something, eh? When Krishna Bhagwan wanted to show Arjun the universal form, although they were all of them on that battlefield, only Arjun saw it, eh? Right? So he can allow you to see it if he wanted to see it. Okay? So it is Bhayanak Rup then, the sinful is seeing Lord Yamraj in that form. The righteous can go see him so. Lal Netra, the eyes red devotees like fire itself. Lambi ko Nasika, and his nose devotees, very long nose. Yamraj ko Swarup ki hota hai. Here devotees is this perception of Lord Yamraj. मृत्यु को ज्वर को जिसमें को हरिओम युक्त चित्रगुप्त को भयानक वाले को हरिओम की धारण करती है और को यम जैसे भयानक दूत चित्रगुप्त पास आकर को गर्जते की होता है. He said even Chitra and Gupta seeing that form, they and all get frightened. They and all get frightened and they are accustomed with it all the time. Right? And he is attended to by who again? By Death himself, Mahakal. Right? He is the dispenser of justice, and he has standing by him there Death himself, who is Mahakal. Fever and all other issues pertaining that will lead to death. Do you know all these devotees are controlled by divinities and so on? A fever don't take you just so, you know. Right? You see, one time when Brahma was creating this universe, he called Lord Shiva and he asked him, he said, you want a shot? Eh? Shankar Bhagavan said, okay. So Lord Shiva started to create. But what happened when he reached a certain part, Brahma had to stop him. Because he started to create beings without head, some with one hand, 1 foot, no hand, all these things and so on, bent and crooked and all. This is what Lord Shiva was created. So Brahma had to stop him. But they were already created. Sankani, Dankini, Rog, Dog, Sog. You know, as rogue, disease, sickness, all them things. They are presided over by these creatures created by Lord Shiva. That could, when it take you, it could lead to death. Everyone is controlled by some higher force. That's why you see when you're Jarian, you say, Duhai Mahadev Baba, all by the mercy of Lord Shiva. He is the one to quell it. Duhai Mahadev Baba. Yeah. So all of these devotees, they there with Lord Yamraj. You understand? Sickness will come just so to you. Troubles and pains and this and terminal illness and not by guess, devotees or coincidence. It will come due to sins committed by us. As I told you, you don't have to do anything wrong in this life, but you bring it from ugly janam ki kamai. You bring it from previous birth. And having this knowledge, that's why you try your best not to commit more in this life. Sri Bhagavan बोले और कोई यम को जैसे भयानक को दूर चित्रगुप्ता को पास आकर करते की होता है. Near to him devotees are all the messengers then, resembling Lord Yamraj himself and roaring like him. All his attendants and them, they're looking like him, you know. Like when you go to Vishnu Lok, it does look like Vishnu Bhagavan. As he form, he does make it to go up to Vaikuntham. So all who wrong Yamraj, and you bawling and you're trembling with fear, on beholding them, every man looking the same and his support for him, and nobody have favor in you down here, you know. Just think about it. इसी प्रकार जिसको को देख पापी को भयभीत हो, हाहाकार को सब करते हैं, और को दान को नहीं को दिया, ऐसे पापी को कंपायमान होकर की रोते की होता है. Having seen devotees, this wretched outcome devotees, with fear, the soul cries and bawls, हाहाकार को शब्द की होता है. And the sinful devotees, who again, while she was in this body, he never made a gift with his hand. He never gave a little dan. He never gave a little charity. He never did give a little food to anyone, you know. He trembled with fear and cried again and again and again. You know, we have 5 Mahayagnas as a human we're supposed to do every day. One, we are supposed to make obeisance to the ancestors. And you know a simple way to do that is just face the south and bow to them. Then we are supposed to worship the devatas and them. Right? We are supposed to read a little scripture every day and educate ourselves. And it had no excuse for that because everything in English now. We are supposed to feed another human every day and a dumb animal. Now we know that you don't get the opportunity to do that every day. But whenever it can, you do. That's why I'm telling you, you don't know, we good now, you're not tomorrow if you can't do again. Nobody knows that. Philosophy, this Kali Yuga devotees is the age where the unexpected is expected and the impossible becomes possible in Kali Yuga. What you never believe and what you never expect will happen in Kali Yuga. But you see what has happened, as I normally say, when you're young, you just feel you'll never get old. When you're healthy, you just want to believe you'll never get sickly. When something happened to somebody, not me, that ain't going to happen to me. We just want to believe that. But nobody knows. Right? O Nahala Balawan. Right? What is to is will is and cannot was in that respect. Brahma ji se likata ki hota hai. What is written down with your ugly janam ki kamai come in here, you just have to beat it out. And that's why again, you see, I keep stressing the importance of satsang. Tonight is Boxing night, right? You think Krishnath Bhai, the Bong to leave Sawa, look where he lives, you know, and come to Nagar temple here? What urge would he have had in him? Knowing this holiday time, people with the road rage and this, people drinking, all everything and so on, and to still take that chance and come here. Why? The great value of satsang. And again, Lord Shiva says, it do happen just so. It's His mercy and our good karmas. This environment, again, is important. We keep stressing it over and over and over. It has to become part of your lifestyle. Just how you have to eat every day, so satsang has to be part of your routine. If not every day, but at least, I say, once a week. On a daily basis, you do your individual devotion and thing. But there's satsang, and let me tell you how we are so blessed. And look where we are, in Lord Shiva's mandir. Right? It had no way easier you could get it than through Shankar Bhagwan. Very, very great and very beneficial, you know. We don't think about that. But it is, again, you get, as you say, double reward in this respect. Hari Om Narayan Bhakti Kevalam. The soul cries out, devotees bawl again, and so on. We never did anything good with this body. We only sought selfish returns for ourselves. Hari Om. Tabko Chitra. चित्रातुर को हरिओम होकर क्रब्धन को करते हुआ पापियों के चित्रगुप्त में को यमराज की को आज्ञा से उस किसी को कर्मों के श्रवण करते की होता है. Then by the command of Lord Yamraj, Chitragupta speaks to all the sinners devotees who are crying and bewailing devotees about their karmas that have caused them to be in that situation. Chitragup addresses them in this respect. All right? Hari Om. He papi, O sinners. Hari Om. दुराचारी जीव को अहंकार को युक्त चरियो श्री चित्रवे को रहित हो तुमको को पाप रूप को धन का को संचय को किस लिए को किया को क्योंकि को ईश्वर के निमित्त धन को दान देने था को पर संचय को नहीं करता कि होता है. So Chitragup addresses now the sinners there now. Oh, you sinners, evildoers, polluted with egotism, right? Kaba, Krodha, Madha, Lobha, Hankar. Remember, man's downfall begins with these, eh? Kam is lust, Krodha is anger. Mad is a crave for the sensuous pleasures of this world. Lobha is greed and materialism, and a Hankar is egoism. When they take you over, you're in serious trouble. All right? Why ever again did you commit sin with this body, which all other creatures beg for, and you get it? You have not valued it like a paras money. And instead of doing what you come here to do, what happened? You went on the other side of life. Huh? You're practicing himsa. What is himsa? Hurting other creatures. Right? The greatest thing we could do with this body is the practice of ahimsa, which is thou shalt not hurt another creature. Now the Asimbana is across the board. Right? And I told you an easy way to start that. Go veggie for Christmas and you will save a life. Right? He said, oh, you committed so much sins while you were in this body. You never served the Lord. You never gave charity. You never did anything good whilst you were blessed with this body. He addresses them, eh? Hey papi, पुरुषों के को संगति के और को काम को क्रोधादि को उत्पन्न हुआ कि होता है. You foolish people, you committed so much of misery, given sins upon you now, right? Sangati, you never kept the company of the good, the holy, the righteous, and the pious. I said, "Duko dene wala paap ko tumko kise liye ki hota hai." And these actions that you have done whilst in this body, what happened? The result of them, they brings misery and sin, and they were born out of again anga, kama, krodha, madha, lobha, ahankar. That's why the early in life you could get your third eye open and get control over them is the better for you. Just prevent making a lot of mistakes. You prevent a lot. It happened in people's stages in life. Eh? In some people, whole life it don't happen at all. They can't see to get his third eye open. And unless that happens, your mind, body, and soul becomes steeped in materialism. And the thing with materialism is that दो दिन तोप हुनाई जगत में माया में भरमाया, धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे, छूट जाएंगी यह काया. Like Valmiki, doing all the wrongs to his family. When the rishis asked him, who will help you pay? Nobody want to pay that? He said, Lord, show me a way to change. Show me a way to change, because I have to answer. Man is the creator of his destiny. Right? When you go, you just kill yourself in this world, for family. I am not saying you must take care of your family. Think about sometimes what are wrongs we do just for family's sake, to better your family in a better material position and this and that and so on. Right? And everybody, they vouching how much they love you and this and that, and you name it, birthday and Father's Day and Mother's Day and this and that. But as soon as you fall long dead, before the body gets cold, they don't call a funeral agency for you. But they love you so much, they can't bear to have you there now. When you look at it, it's very symbolic. When the hearse leave in, the daughter-in-law throws a load of water across your blacktail. And you wonder, what's she doing that for? You know she telling you? Don't come back, you come back, keep going. Everybody reach you by carony and they put you in the fire there, and when you strike that match, well, I go see you, you have to beat your body from here. We go still try and get the Mahapa to do little shaving and bhandaran thing here on this side, but it's you who are to answer to Lord Yamraj. We ain't go there. We wouldn't there. All the while, God blessed you with wealth and resources and all them things and so on. You only study material things. You never study to give or to do or this, that, or to help. A little food to give and this and that. And you heap up all there. The bhandara ain't done yet, Them done get the bank book and shine up and thing, Right? Them done decide how they shine up the money you leave there for them. They want to do the shaving, ming piling. This is a good word to use, the bhandara in the same way, Right? We too much of money, boy. I don't know what Baba want gold for, boy. You go up a jewel shop or what? And you weird questions people ask you, and sometimes not knowing is for the benefit of the soul. Do you know how the soul does get all the blessing? Is through the Brahmana. When the Brahman eats, that soul becomes satiated, But we chinks on one side and we're gone. You see a new 4x4 running on the road next week. Think about it. And up there you bawling, Lord, if you give me a chance, the more good I would do if I come down here. God bless us, whatever little, how much it is, do devotees whilst we are blessed with this body. Do not wait for others to do it for you, for this is Kali Yuga we are living in. You don't know if the opportunity will come that they self might do for you. And we begin to regret, as it says here, tied up in this material, committing these sins and so on. इसी प्रकार प्रथम पाप किए को वैसा को दुख के भोग अब को उल्टे को मुख कर को क्यों रुदन को कर दे वाला है. And then they telling us now, the sinners, you committed so much sins, and you were happy when you were committing the sins and so on, and look where you are now. Destined for torment. Which hell you're going in to pay for all the different sins and things that you commit here. It is no use crying, that can't help. That can't help, Right? You still try down here to see what you could do, little satsang and all the strata and this and that and so on. But there you got to answer. And so devotees, depending on sins committed, and this is only an example, the action that you commit whilst you're living, how you're paying for it when you're going there. And this is the kind of jamduta thing you see in there, and how there's, torture you in these different hells and all these things and so on. These are very old picture. So devotees, you see what I told you, Garuda Purana is to inform us. Remember what has already been done, you cannot do it. But ahead we can make a difference in life. So we can prevent, right, that issue of having to go through this torture. All right? And even again, as I tell you, that we still have the privilege in Kali Yuga that we can burn bad sins and we can, devotees, help build good ones also. So we are going to stop at this juncture. As devotees, those souls are waiting there before the Lord of Justice, and due to karmas committed by it, here now, they are waiting now to go through in the various, what you call them, the hells that they have to go through, torture devotees and so on, due to the type of sins committed by it, and what type of body will be taken back afterwards when you finish pay out for your sins. All these will come up. The highest is the human, but we could drop right down to the lowest. And it always takes much more effort to climb the ladder and reach on top. But you could go down back real easy. One fall and you're down on the first ladder. You see it? So Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. So devotees, this is our last satsang for this calendar year of 2024. We thank the Lord very, very much for this opportunity that we have had. We have had a very successful year in our respect, where we completed the reading of the Srimad Bhagavad Purana. A very successful Sapta Yajna was done in August month. We had a very successful Ramlila also. Kartik was successful, but not much attended. All right? And as we go along, keep on the pathway of your dharma. Your dharma will protect you. So having thus completed Bhagavad Purana, we now enter into Sri Garuda Purana. And I'm sure that a lot of you will not have believed that this information is in this. And you'll shocked to hear what coming later on. Okay? So we stop here and we give thanks to Prabhu for that. Today we want to say thanks very much to Fat Boy who did puja this evening, Mr. Bartholomew Philip. He normally takes this last satsang for the year. His birthday is Saturday coming. And Fat Boy will fast all through the Christmas and so on, just to do his puja. So may God bless him. He has always been with us, member of the Mandir, the youth group, member of the Ramlila committee, Kartik, every issue that we have in Sani Grandi. Coming from the Mandir, Fat Boy is always there. So may Bhagavan bless him. We want to wish him happy birthday on Saturday, coming devotees. And may the Lord continue to bless, guide, and provide for him. Tonight, devotees, we say thanks so much to Fat Boy for sponsoring the Parasad, and it was prepared by Mr. Bodhi, right? Bhojan devotees was prepared this evening by Mr. Kelvin Kalu, and sponsored by Raj and Joan from Markshine Street in San Grande. We thank them very, very much. Now, before we go into Arti, next week Tuesday, okay, will be Olia's night. Okay, so it has now become a practice, and there's so much of interest in it to keep up a satsang for the Olia's night. So we want to thank Mr. Rishi Kirai, who will sponsor Parasad and eats and so on for that night, and who will do puja. So he wants to do a Bedi puja, so we'll be starting puja at 8 o'clock on next week, Tuesday night. All right, and we'll have a Ramayana reading, bhajan and so on, as we meet the new year 2025. So we do look forward to your presence here, devotees. We want to thank Mr. Win for the first satsang for next year. Okay, Win? All right, on behalf of his son, so Wayne will take care of that first satsang for 2025. So, Bolo Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Vishnu Bhagavan ki jai. In no way can we thank you for making our Thursday night satsang a success. All who sponsored Parasad, all who sponsored food, all who prepared same, right? The ladies group in this Mandir has come on Tuesdays, clean the temple and so on. Mr. Bodhi has been here too, sanitizing, doing all these things and so on. Mr. Ramlal, when I come here on Thursday, he done there already. That is how the kind of interest they have. Lalan will be with him. The kind of support that you get. All right? You have the young ones who will come here, spread sheets, all these things. Religiously, Mr. Ishar, Vizay and Mala, they have their part, they do their part. And again, I always say if you have 2 people, we go into satsang. If you have 100 people, we go in. It doesn't matter. So we thank you so much again for gracing the Mandir with your presence. That what has happened is that, you see, when you prepare food, you want people to eat it. Right? When you have a little bit of people now, the food, you don't want it to waste. So that's why we like to keep up a full house. So Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Any other reminders? Okay. So let us all stand please at this time as we join in Arti. We ask our devotee, Mr. Bartholomew Philip, who did puja, to commence the Arti. Anybody wish to could always come and join, eh? Hari Om. You make by the book post and then you go the wrong right through. Yadikani chapapani janavantar gretanita tani tani vinashanti pradakshina pari pari dipanam. Hari Om Bhagavan Vatsalam. Jaya Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke sankat Bhakta Jano ke sankat Chan me dur kare Om Jaya Jagadish Hare Om Jaya Jagadish Hare
Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakta Jano ke sankat Das Jano ke sankat Shan me dur kare
Om Jaya Jagadish Hare ध्यावे फल पावे और दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी
दुख बिन से मन का
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे अष्टमी तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे
माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो मैं
किसकी स्वामी शरण गहो किसकी
तुम बिन औरन दूजा
तुम बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा
तुम अंतर्यामी
ओ स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
तुम सबके स्वामी
ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर
तुम पालन करता
स्वामी तुम पालन करता दीन दयालु कृपालु दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी
सबके प्राणपति
किस विधि मिलव दयामय
किस विधि मिलो दयामय तुमको
मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधो दुख
हरिता
तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी
तुम रक्षक मेरे
करुणा हस्त्र बढ़ावो करुणा
हस्त बढ़ावो
शरण पराय तेरे ओम जय
जगदीश हरे
विषय विकार मिटावो पाप करो देवा स्वामी
पाप हरो देवा
श्रद्धा भक्ति भक्ति बढ़ावो,
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ावो,
संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट, क्षण में दूर करे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश
हरे।
बोलो श्री सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम। बोलो श्री सीताराम 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 जय सीताराम। बोलो श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम। और बोलो श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम। सीताराम जय सीताराम राधे श्याम जय राधे श्याम। प्रेम से बोलिए विष्णु भगवान की जय। We humble ourselves in prayerful submission, giving thanks to the Lord for these moments of togetherness in this holy environment of Satsang once more. As we do so, Prabhu, we give thanks to you. We beg of you, shower your grace and mercy upon us. Hari Om. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam गगन सदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ओम त्वमेव माता
च पिता त्वमेव
वन्दो
सखा त्वमेव
ओ त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलिए श्री विष्णु भगवान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। सीतापति रामचंद्र की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। गुरु रामानंद स्वामी की जय। आर शक्ति जगदम्बे माता की जय। बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवता की जय। साधु गुरु के दंडवत जय 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 सीताराम। आपकी आसन लीजिए। Please take your seats. Be reminded after receiving our tea, prasad, meals are prepared. Please stay and partake. And we do look forward to seeing you. You want to spend a nice night, the last day of this year, which is on Tuesday night. It will be so nice to have you join in with us in our holiest night, Satsang. One thing we have no bottle to knock on thing, right?